Welcome to the channel, everyone. Today I'm working on my 2023 Polaris Ranger 1000 XP, and I've got another product from A UTV Pro. A few videos back you saw me install a set of their smoked tail lights. These guys actually have a bunch of stuff for these Rangers. Actually, they got a bunch of stuff for a bunch of machines. But today, I've got their storage bin, I believe they call this. Now this is actually for the interior, and it goes on the passenger side. Actually, on the crew cab, I think it'll go front, under the front seat or the rear seat. On the passenger side. I'm going to put this one on in the rear on this side. So that's where I'm going to install this. But I'm going to give you a look at this thing and show you what actually comes in the box. Okay guys, so here is the storage bin. What comes in the box, you get the storage bin, you get a bracket here. This is for the back of the storage bin. Also get some bolts and some screws to install it. And then you have some installation instructions. So it's pretty simple to install this thing. And it's got rubber feet on it on the underside. So it's not just sitting plastic on plastic. It's got a little rubber latch on it. It's also got a spot here. You can put a lock on it if you want. It pops up, and inside, there's a tray that you could put smaller stuff in, or maybe stuff that you use a lot. It's about an inch and a quarter deep. This tray is, but when you stick it in here and you close this door, it's actually the lid goes deeper. So there is actually quite a bit of space under this that you can put stuff in. So the interior, can't get a real good shot of that because there's no light, but it's just a plastic bin. Some quick measurements. It's about 9 inches deep. Now that's to the lid here, so you got to compensate for if this is in here. I mean, you don't have to run this, but it is there. It is, I would say, it gets a little narrower as it goes down. I'd say 10 inches wide by approximately 12 inches deep, I guess you'd say that. Okay, so one more question might be, how wide is the opening here? And it looks like, I would say about 8.5 inches is how deep that opening is. So I guess that's going to do it for showing you exactly what this thing is. Let's get this thing installed. Okay, so I'm installing mine on the rear of my crew cab here. And don't mind the dog hair. My dog is back here all the time. Here's the bracket. And I didn't show you this, but the back of the storage box locks into this little bracket right here. But there's 4 mounting spots for this bracket. And if we set it up here, you're going to see two of these are actually screws that are already in the floor. You can see there's already screws there, so you ain't got to do nothing but remove them screws. But the back mounts, the two back mounts, you're going to find there are dimples in the floor. Now this is probably for a Polaris accessory also, but there's already dimples there, and you need to drill them out with an 1/8 inch drill bit, and then use the provided screws to mount this bracket in. So I'm going to get this bracket mounted up, and then there's one more hole right here. There's another dimple, and I'll show you what you got to do with that. Okay, so when you're drilling the holes on this rear bracket in the floorboards, you just want to go through this first layer of the floorboard. Don't run your drill, or don't push your drill and keep drilling all the way through the floor. All you're doing is going through the first layer of the floor. That's all you're going to go through. Okay, so I got my bracket installed. Rear screws are in. Actually, that floorboard is really thick back there, so I take it, it must be made to have a screw run through it right there. But anyway, nice and tight. Oh, and them are Phillips head, so they're not going to be the star bit like the factory bolt. It is a Phillips. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to go grab the bin. I'm going to slide it in and lock it under this deal right here, and I'll show you that mounting point right there. Okay, so there it is installed. It latches pretty good with that rear mount, but your final mount is right there. You can see there's another dimple in the floor, and that requires another 1/8 inch drill bit, and then the third screw that they provide you. I've thought about just leaving this thing this way, because my dog rides with me a lot, and I might not be able to bring the seat up all the time, so I was thinking about maybe adding a handle right here so I can actually pull this thing out with the dog back there. But I think for now I'm going to screw it down. I'll show you how that works, and then yeah, we'll be done with the install here. So there it is installed, guys. Got my final screw holding it down. Pop the seat up, and yeah, it's got my, those are actually the two straps I used to strap this thing down to a trailer. It's actually a really good spot. They were bouncing around in my bed. This is a much better spot. Keeps them out of the sun, keeps them from getting wet. And actually underneath here, I just threw a roll of paper towel fits in there, and then I got my wrench that I used to, or my impact that I used to install this. But you could put like a first aid kit, something maybe you don't use every day. Tool kit maybe, something like that would go in there. I can see a lot of uses for this. I think right here, in this little crevice here, I think I'm going to see if I can't find a fire extinguisher or something to go in there. I think that would be a really good spot for that. But yeah, it's I think it's going to be another useful mod. So I guess, guys, that's going to do it for this video. A little storage bin from A UTV Pro. I will link where you can buy this, guys. I'm going to link A UTV Pro's website too, so you can go check that out. But yeah, it's another useful mod. for the Ranger 1000 XP here. Like I said, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I will see you.